Quick pop quiz. Who looks classier? Most people, when they think class, they think suit. Wrong. I'm probably gonna get beat up by Jake Paul for that one, but oh well. In this video, we're talking about what actually makes a man look classy without just putting a suit on or trying too hard. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Josh and I talk about menswear, lifestyle, and everything in between. My job with this channel is to make sure that you get 1% better every single day. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you drop a like, comment, subscribe, and push the bell notifications icon so that way you know when I make a new video. Let's get into it. If you get nothing else out of this video, make sure you remember these two key things: fit and fabric. Fit should be obvious by now. If you watch any videos that are like this, they talk about fit all the time. That's because it matters. Fit is so important because if it doesn't sit correctly on your body, nothing's going to save it and you cannot possibly look good. I don't care about these stupid trends about this baggy clothing. It does not look good. So yes, take your shit to the tailors. I don't care if it's a full suit or a pair of jeans. Everything that you wear must fit you properly if you want to look good in them. I could make an entire video about fit, so I'm not going to do that here, but promise me this, go and get your clothes taken to a tailor and you will thank me for it. When you focus on your fit, all of a sudden everything looks so much better on you. From your t-shirts to your jeans to your hoodies, sweaters, activewear, everything just looks so much better the moment it fits you correctly. And once you've taken care of the fit, make sure that you take care of your clothes. Put them on the appropriate coat hanger. Don't just throw them around, leave them to wrinkle. Oh, and if they do wrinkle, make sure you go and get them steamed or ironed at least once in a while. Now, full transparency, I don't always do the greatest job of keeping my clothes wrinkle free. I call it sprezzatura. Or at least that's what I tell myself. However, if we're talking linen, different story. We embrace the shit out of wrinkles, and that brings me into my second point on this one, the fabric. Another way that you can go from making yourself look meh to looking super freaking classy is with the fabric. Think about textures with fabric like suede, wool, linen, you name it. These fabrics add interest to your outfit without competing with everything else. That's why even neutral colors still look incredible when you add a little bit of texture. Take for example this pair of boots in a nubuck leather, looks fantastic. Sure, it'll look good in a regular leather, but this just adds an extra layer. Check out this jacket. The texture is just oh so wonderful. Don't even get me talking about suede because it is incredible. Having these fabrics at your disposal is an incredible upgrade to help make you look just a little bit classier. For this section, we're going to illustrate it with a story because it actually serves two purposes. It makes you look way more classy and it also makes things like travel substantially easier. Take for example my last trip to Europe or when I was in Australia. I did an entire month with just a carry-on. How is that even possible? It's because I paid attention to this. Only carry clothes that are versatile. And what I mean by that is they have to work with everything. A classy wardrobe doesn't mean having a million different pieces. It means having intentional pieces that work together. We do that by paying attention to the color palette of everything that we purchase. It is not classy having incredibly loud colors that make you look like a highlighter. If we take anything from this section on how to be a little bit classier, it's this. Neutrals are crucial to looking your best and making sure that everything you wear goes together. You could spend a lot of time trying to memorize color theory and opposites, adjacent colors, the triangle, different, complementary colors, whatever. Remember this. One piece of color per outfit. And no, neutrals don't count. You could have one piece of color as long as it's not obnoxious. Take for example, even a pair of burgundy trousers. It's not inherently a neutral. However, if you have an outfit like this, make sure you anchor it down with a bunch of neutrals so that way it doesn't look obnoxious. This section specifically is where so many guys still tend to go wrong, and I used to be one of them. But the moment you start realizing that neutrals aren't boring, they're intentional, your outfits are going to look so much better and people aren't going to understand why you look so much classier. This next section deals with intentional details. Because the little things aren't meant to scream, they're meant to just fade into the background. Take for example the watch that you wear. It's not meant to compete with the rest of your outfit. And you can do this by making sure that every little detail that you wear is functional and appropriate for the outfit that you have on and what you're doing. So for example, with this outfit here, I'm wearing a suit. I want a nice, clean, simple watch. As you can see with this Tissot, I'm rocking a simple leather band because I want my entire outfit to be clean and dressier. However, if I was going for a casual outfit, I would wear something like a field watch or a dive watch because it's just more appropriate to the circumstances that I'll find myself in. I say this because I've seen it before. Even something like the wrong watch can completely throw off an outfit. Picture the guy that's in a suit and he's still wearing a massive tactical watch. Doesn't make sense. It just looks off and kind of competes with the rest of your outfit. In case that didn't land, here's one more thing that I see all the time that's one of my biggest pet peeves and one of the biggest things from keeping you from looking super classy. Take a guy that wears a nice classy suit and pairs it with running shoes. Now, here's the deal. Running shoes, they're great for running. There are applicable shoes for just about everything that you do. Dress shoes, typically meant for a nice dressy outfit. Runners are meant for exercise. Don't conflate the two because it just looks off and screws with your entire outfit. These little details are what you have to think about if you want to look just that little bit classier. For this next one, we're going to talk about something that a lot of guys tend to forget about when wanting to look a little bit classier. You don't necessarily need to dress up, you just need a better version of casual. For example, say you want to wear a nice clean white t-shirt, you can do that with a pair of jeans or wool trousers and still look amazing. People say, okay, but trousers aren't comfortable. Bullshit. Have you ever wore a nice pair of wool trousers? I don't think so, because if you had, you would understand that these things are more comfortable than sweatpants, for God's sakes. Or say you're desperate to wear a pair of jeans, instead of wearing the t-shirt, upgrade that to like a casual button-down shirt. You're putting in the same amount of effort, but you're getting dramatically different results to look a little bit classier. As long as the casual clothes that you're trying to wear in a classy way look good, this works perfectly well. If you're trying to use like a graphic t-shirt, of course this isn't gonna work. If you're trying to use jeans that are all ripped up or full of stains, not gonna work. If these clothes don't fit, not gonna work. As long as you take care of your casual clothes, you can absolutely mix them in with some dressier items to make yourself look that little bit more classy. For this next section, we're going to build on that thought. We're going to talk a little bit about the buy once, cry once mentality and making sure that the items that we purchase reflect the lifestyle that we're trying to project for ourselves. Project's a bad word. I thought about editing that out, but we're just gonna correct that right here. What I mean by that is I wanna make sure that everything that you purchase is intentional and reflects the life that you wanna live. And making sure that you take care of everything that you purchase. Take, for example, a Toyota Camry, because I totally don't own a Crosstrek, the biggest meme car in the world. Hypothetically, I don't own it. This is totally not my car. I could take the memes to heart, I could lean into them, who knows? One thing's for certain, you don't necessarily need a new identity. You just need to take care of what you already have. Take your car, put a little bit of pride into it. Clean it up, get the garbage out, give it a little bit of love and affection once in a while. You don't need to go out and buy a brand new Corvette to show off that you've got class. And let's be honest, if you're going to go and buy a classy car, we all know it's a Porsche. It just whispers confidence as opposed to demanding validation. Ultimately, quiet class doesn't announce itself. It's something that just exists. It's the same reason that I would take a clean leather bag like this one that I purchased in Barcelona compared to a really shitty backpack that's beat up. It might serve the same function, but it just gives off a much better signal. In this section, I want to introduce you to the something's just off rule. If something just feels like it's off or missing when your style, it probably is, but you know what? That's okay. Because ultimately, you don't have to have it figured out all at once, because that could be a very expensive rabbit hole. Change things over time. Add one piece here, one piece there. Take care of this now, take care of this later. Class isn't about going on a massive shopping spree. It's about being an evolution over time. There's always things in your life that you can adjust to become a little bit classier, but that also doesn't mean that you have to do it in an incredibly expensive way. Go to a consignment shop. There are some incredible high quality consignment shops around in most major city centers, and you can get some amazing items at wonderful discounts that are barely used. And think about doing these tweaks over time. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And as you collect new items and as you build your lifestyle, just make sure you're doing it intentionally and you're thinking about every single thing that you purchase. You want to pay attention and ask yourself the important questions. Does this add value to my life, and is it something that I can actually see myself using every single day? If the answer is no, it's not the item for you. In this section, let's talk about the final little touches to help make sure you look as classy as possible. That's right, we're talking about grooming. It's not about perfection, it's about caring about the little details. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you have a nice suit or a nice pair of jeans, if your grooming is off, everything's still going to look wrong. If you haven't been for a haircut in months and you have hair, that's a problem. If you haven't cut your nails in months, that's a problem. If you don't take care of how you smell, have a good shower routine, wear good deodorant for God's sakes, never wear a cologne, you're missing out. Picture this as the one final step that can absolutely derail everything when you want to look classy. And it goes a little bit past your grooming. Make sure you take care of everything, because what's the point in having anything decent if you don't take care of it? I hinted at it earlier. Clean your damn shoes, clean your damn car, and make sure that everything is intentional. It sounds like a lot of effort, but I promise you, if you start today and you do it over time, it will get easier. Picture something like having a nice clean house. It doesn't just become clean overnight. No, you start with a room, then you do another room, then you do a hallway, now you're into the garage, and eventually over time, you can get to that nice clean house. The same story applies for you. Take care of yourself little by little and you will improve. You will get that 1% better every single day. Class isn't about standing out and doing everything overnight. It's about being intentional with everything that you do. You don't want everything in your life to be accidental. When you take care of what you wear, what you use, and how you show up, class will inherently take care of itself. If you made it this far, drop a comment down below on your favorite takeaway from this video or something that you do to help keep you that little bit more classy. Thanks again, guys. Take care and have yourselves an incredible rest of your day. Oh, and Jake Paul, please don't fight me.